What's up guys, it's the Hunter Project here. Welcome to my channel where you'll find Monster Hunter news, builds, playthroughs and everything in between. Hope you do enjoy the video, and if you haven't already, be sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons. It would be extremely appreciated. I am trying to achieve 100 subscribers by the end of 2020, and from the recent support, I know we can easily do it. I thank you so much once again guys for the support on the previous videos. Of course, our new goal will be the victorious 1000 subscribers, which I know we can get within a month or two, especially from how awesome and supportive you guys are being. Of course, that is a bit of a optimistic goal, but I believe we can do it, and with everything that you want in life guys, you have to speak it into existence. So without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. So today's video is a special type of video, and it's going to be a subscriber's choice of your guys' top 10 monsters that you lot want to see in Monster Hunter Rise. So I am striving to be a top Monster Hunter channel out there, and of course I am hardly known at the moment, but everyone starts from somewhere, and in my case right at the bottom. So special thanks to all my subscribers, and especially thanks to Yuri, Shopkeep, Evan YT and LY Hunter and everyone else who has been commenting on my videos for the previous few that I've published and letting me know all your thoughts on the game, and specifically for this video letting me know what monsters you guys want to see in Monster Hunter Rise that was not on my list of my personal top 10. So jumping straight into the top 10 spot, we have Qurupeco / Hypnocatrice. So these are both bird wyverns that were exclusive to their generations. So Hypnocatrice being exclusive to Gen 2 with Freedom 2 and Freedom Unite, and Qurupeco being exclusive to all the 3rd gen games. So that's Monster Hunter 3, Monster Hunter Portable 3rd and Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate. So they both are quite interesting monsters. They are quite the blast from the past when I did see these in the comment section. Hypnocatrice, of course, as the name suggests, had a sleep ability, and Qurupeco was all about his throat and his sound, and of course his fire element. So as they are bird wyverns and they are very exclusive to their specific generations, I gave them a joint place on the list. Personally, not really too big of a fan of either of them, especially Qurupeco. When it tail slaps you with its tail when it widens, that used to get me a lot. I was very unhappy with the monster, but that was all just due to it just looks annoying to me. But of course this is your lot's top 10, and the more monsters the merrier, as I said before. So if they do have this in Rise, I would be fine with that, and I'm sure I would enjoy hunting them, especially with the wire bug now, so it would mix up a bit of how we face them. Like with Qurupeco, at least I can jump over its bloody tail with the wire bug. But yeah guys, so coming in at number 9 we have Miralis. So at this point in the list, all you need to know is basically I wouldn't take this as a ranking list. This is more of just 10 monsters that you guys want to see. So number 9, Miralis. So this is definitely a monster I do want to return now that I think about it, as I never got the chance to fully experience 3 Ultimate properly, as I was a solo player back then, back on my 3DS XL, and I was a bit younger, so G rank was a bit of a struggle. So especially getting to the end of G rank, that was already a task in itself. Especially with the return of the wire bug, they could be able to bring back the monster and add its 3D combat and 3-dimensional aspect of the fight back into the franchise, with the wire bug's verticality being able to replace the underwater combat. I am sure they'll be able to make it work by reworking some of the like the moves and mechanics in the fight, so hopefully they do consider and possibly bring back this elder, whether that's at the base game or future DLC. Coming at number 8 we have Kirin. So this is a favourite of Yuri's, and it's his favourite smaller elder dragon. And once again, as many people question as to why it's an elder dragon and it's a horse, it's a mystical horse, unicorn. Either way, it is an elder dragon, and it fits the Japanese aesthetic of the game very nicely. And on top of that, we do have Rajang potentially returning, so it would only be fitting to add Kirin, as they have been in the same game for quite a long time. I think there was one game, forgot which one it was, where they were added I think it was World that they got added separately. But for the majority, I'm pretty sure Kirin has been in the game, as well as Rajang, at least since Generation 2, so I have no doubt that they will add Kirin into the game, as the majority of the Monster Hunter titles after Kirin's initial debut have had the monster in the games. So hopefully we do see the horse, elder dragon, unicorn again, and get to see how an encounter would play out with the new our new Wirebug capabilities. We have Lavasioth / Agnaktor. So both of these have one thing in common, and that is that they are lava fishies. So they are pretty cool, and both have their respective lava armor mechanics, which add a nice variety to the gameplay rather than just attacking the monster until it dies. It would be nice to see them both return, and hopefully they spice up their movesets, assuming they do return. I've always enjoyed my encounters with Agnaktor from 3 Ultimate, so hopefully they do bring it back for the volcanic environment of the game. If I had to choose, I'd rather have Agnaktor return over Lavasioth, as we've seen Lavasioth far more often throughout the series, as it did debut first, but of course that's all down to what they decide the final monster list to consist of. Coming in at number 6, we have Amatsu. So this is a monster that I've actually never fought before, and it did actually take a long time for it to reach the West, as it was a Portable 3rd exclusive up until Generation's release. So once again, this is a monster with an amazing Wirebug capability. It's an extremely unique monster in terms of gameplay. Like, one way I feel like they could make this really interesting and insanely epic as an encounter would be to change the Wirebug limits during the fight, so that we can have some aerial segments where we try not touch the ground using the Wirebugs, while trying to break a wipe move that would one-shot everything on the map, at least everyone in the arena area, as the name suggests. Of course, it's a wiping move, and that could just add some fear factor to the battle, so it wouldn't be like a lot of Flora's lava midway through the battle. And they could always just make the lore reason as to why we have unlimited Wirebugs at that point is maybe something like shifts in the weather, causing a lot of Wirebugs to come to the location, so then the hunter's able to utilize that to stay off the ground and keep attacking the monster whilst always staying aerial. So that would be awesome if we did have that airborne segment, but nevertheless, I hope we do see the monster regardless of if they add this mechanic to it, and this was a really good shout, so I'm really glad it was put on the list. Coming in at number 5, we have another monster which fits the Japanese aesthetic of the game, and one of my personal favourites from 4 Ultimate, Tetsucabra. So Tetsucabra was an extremely fun monster to fight, and it was a very good early game monster in 4, and I feel like a lot of hunters made their first full set with this monster's armor due to that reason. It is definitely one of the most iconic early game monsters, because I still remember seeing the demo reveal for 4 Ultimate and seeing this monster for the first time, and it was extremely appealing and fun to watch, especially with how it's designed with its massive jaw. It was just extremely well designed and put together monster. Its attack patterns were really interesting, and the encounters were always fun, and I myself even made this monster's full set as my first armor when I started out on 4 Ultimate, so it's definitely deserving of the number 5 spot on this list. Even though this isn't rankings, in general it just deserves a spot on this list, and hopefully we do see it in Rise. Coming in at number 4, coincidentally, we have the Fated Fall. So they are taking the joint spot on this list, as many people have said, oh, I want to see Gammoth return, I want to see Mizutsune return. Not many people have said Glavenus, but he's still a part of the Fated Four. Capcom does seem to favour him more, many people say, as he did get brought back in World, whereas the rest of them didn't. And even Astalos, I will vouch for Astalos, like, it's a pretty awesome monster, so hopefully we do see all 4 of them return. Like, they do have really solid designs, and they're very unique, especially since they came into the game at the same time as the Flagships. They all offer something extremely unique to their encounter, especially like Gammoth. It was a really cool idea of having like a massive like mammal, like elephant type creature, and it was just really cool to see. Same with Mizutsune and its long snake like body, and Astalos being like a that was more of a generic dragon type, but it was still pretty cool nevertheless. And same with Glavenus even. I'm down to have Glavenus return it again, even though he has been appearing a bit more than the rest of them. But hopefully we do see all of them in the game, even if that means them being added as DLC later on. Right, so coming in at number 3, we have the electric big dog of the forest and the portable third flagship, Zinogre. So this is a no-brainer. I believe some of you guys in the comments have mentioned it's been teased, but regardless, the setting of the game, and with it being like a portable third 2, in a sense, I'm sure Zinogre will be in the game, and hopefully we will see a turf war between Zinogre and Magnum, which would be pretty awesome. Hopefully, I hope they make them evenly matched. Even if Magnum has a tiny bit of an edge, I hope they're relatively evenly matched, because as much as I want to see Magnum be an extremely deadly force as the flagship, seeing Zinogre be dismantled would just be sad. But of course, this is Zinogre bias speaking. Regardless, we are moving closer to the number 1 spot, and I really hope the rumours are true about Zinogre being in the game, because regardless what monster in the game it's in, it's always an awesome monster to see. Right, so coming in at our number 2 spot, and of course, once again, remember this is not a ranking, this is just a listing, so this is the 9th monster that we want to see, and this is a personal favourite of a subscriber who just suggested the video, being Yuri. Once again, thanks a lot. So this is a long time monster of the franchise and has appeared many times throughout the series, understandably so. Yian-Garuga, that was introduced in Generation 1 and was really powerful back then, to the point it was actually a repel quest in Freedom 1, and it was brought back for Unite, Generations, 4 Ultimate, and then finally World, which it was awesome to see in HD. Other than its history, the monster's design is also pretty cool and interesting, with it having a massive jaw that edged over the rest of its face, which was pretty cool, and it was just very like it was like a spoon for it to scoop up its prey. Also, like a few other monsters in the series, it was specifically evasive of pitfall traps, which was a nice mix up to the encounters while trying to capture it, so at least it wasn't a straightforward, okay, I've damaged it, I'm going to pitfall it, capture sleep. It was more, okay, I can't use a pitfall, so I'm going to have to bring a shock trap. So at least it wasn't too big of a change. Like, it's easy to say, okay, I'm bringing a shock trap, even though I feel like most people bring shock traps over pitfalls anyways, just as thunderbugs tend to be easier to get than spiderwebs. But either way, it was a nice change, and hopefully we do see it in Monster Hunter Rise. Monster on this list is also quite the throwback. We have the giant siege crab thing, Shen Gaoren. So this was a pretty awesome monster, from its weapon designs to the actual encounter itself, and it was a very good aspect of the games it appeared in. One of the coolest features being the Laoshan Long skull on its back, which was pretty sick, which it used for defense, and also how it was towering over the hunter on the surface. It was a really cool way of swaying away from the large siege monster having to be an elder dragon. So I do like how the majority of the time it was oblivious to the hunters as well, so it would just step on them by accident, unless it was enraged, when it would actually start to begin using its like claws and legs to attack the hunter really like aggressively. This once again is a Generation 2 exclusive, so we only saw it in like Freedom 2, Freedom Unite, which only makes me want it to return more, as Generation 2 was the first gen I played and when I started to love the franchise. So seeing a monster like this return would be a massive throwback, especially if they started adding more mechanics to the fight, and yeah, it'd be awesome to see in the game. Right guys, this does bring the video to a close. If you did enjoy, be sure to smash the like and subscribe buttons if you haven't already, and be sure to let me know down below any monsters you guys want to return that haven't been featured on any of the lists that I've done so far, and also any video ideas that you want me to make, for example any other top 10 or even any challenge videos. Also guys, I am thinking of doing a 4 Ultimate playthrough up until Rise, so if you guys would want to see me play from 4 Ultimate from scratch up until possibly G rank, or however far we get when Rise releases, be sure to let me know down below if you would be willing to watch that. and if you guys are, I'll be down to start that series up. But other than that, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.